Okay, a linear quadratic system of equations has two equations. Let's put a semicolon. One is linear, a line, and one is linear, which is a line, and let's put in parentheses next to it the one with no variables squared and the other is a quadratic, which is a parabola or circle. If one variable is squared, it's a parabola, and if two variables are squared, it's a circle. And this is card 158. Alright, let's see what else we gotta know. To find the middle value of your table and the axis of symmetry, use the axis of symmetry formula, which is x equals negative b over 2a. You must be able to solve these problems with and without the calculator. Okay? And there are really, let me think, there are really 6 possibilities that you could have. Alright? So let's draw those 6 possibilities. I'm making a mark at every inch, and you'll see why in a second. So I'm drawing a line through the middle, and then at the 2 and the 4 inch mark, because I want to make 6 boxes. Okay. Now I have the other lines because I need to make axes. So that's what those are there for, to line me up for my axes. And that's what these two are there for. So okay. And then those other dots are to line up my y-axis. All right. So we have really 6 scenarios. The first one is you could have a parabola, right, with a line crossing it in 2 places. I'm going to actually extend this parabola down. Okay. So let's put parabola and 2 solutions. Then you could have a parabola where the line touches it only at one spot. So here we have a parabola and 1 solution. Then you could have something like this, where they don't cross. So you still have a parabola and 0 solutions. Then what you could have is a circle and a line circle and 2 solutions, or you could have a circle and 1 solution, or circle and 0 solutions. All right, those are the 6 options, and the parabola can either be down or up for any of those options. Okay, that's about it for this parabola one, because those really just are practice. You'll figure them out more and more by practicing actually graphing them, because there's a big long process, and those you'll have to study the actual problems for. Okay, so let's get on to our last main topic, which is about graphing circles. Okay, so this is card 159. The equation of a circle is x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. And that's where h comma k is the center and r is the radius. Alright? So now if the center is at the origin, zero comma zero, then the equation simplifies to x squared plus y squared equals r squared. Okay? So the h and the k, which is the center, they drop out because they would both be zeros. Right? We actually don't need those extra commas. They just look confusing. Okay, so you definitely need to know both of those formulas. Now, what I'm going to do is just graph two circles, okay, on the back. And there's a lot of problems that you can do involving circles, but I'm going to save those for the actual problem solving part, and you'll just have to review the problems. These are the actual, this is really the only information you need to know about circles, about graphing circles. Alright, so let me just take a quick look at something. Alright. Oops, yeah. Just so I know where to draw my axes. All right. So I'll show you an example of two graphed equations. Let's make this one x minus 2 squared plus y plus 1 squared equals 4. Okay? So the center, which is h comma k, would be 2 comma negative 1. It's always the opposite sign, alright? So, because look at the formula. They're minuses, right? So, h here is just the 2, because the minus is already there. But for this one, we have to change the sign, because that's supposed to be a minus in the formula. So this really is negative 1. So we go 2 over and down 1. That's where the center of my circle is. Now my radius, I figure out using r squared equals 4, because this is r squared in my formula. So that means that the square root of r squared equals the square root of 4. So r equals 2. So I'm going to go up 2, to the right 2, down 2, and to the left 2. And I'm just going to draw in my circle by hand. Okay? So that's it. Then you can have a problem where it's like x squared plus y squared equals, say, 9. Well, my center, which is h comma k, is 0 comma 0, because when you have it like this, it's 0. My radius would be r squared equals 9. Take the square root of both sides. R is 3. So my center, and I have a circle. Just going to draw it the best I can. There. Okay? So that's, now there's a lot of different types of examples that we can do with circles, but that's all the information you really need to figure the problems out. Right? The other part is just applying it in different ways. Alright? Guys, just take a quick look at card 99. I have a change on the back. This third part here should say, there's two of the same. This one and this one are the same. So this third one should say a parallelogram is a rhombus if and only if the diagonals, so diagonals can stay, get rid of the rest of that, if and only if the diagonals, plural, are perpendicular. Okay, so that's a change to make on card 99.